Togyu. This is a battle between bulls. Raging bulls that instinctively ram into each other are skillfully controlled by beaters known as seiko, who guide them to victory. They use a variety of techniques in breathtaking exchanges of attack and retreat. It's a serious fight. A battle of wills, techniques, and physical strength, driven by excitement and passion. The seats are filled with spectators, whose cheers ring out across the stadium. Uwajima Togyu, or bullfighting, boasts a long history of being loved by people. Let us take you on a journey to show you the incredible world of Togyu in Japan. Uwajima is a major city in the Nanyo region of Shikoku and Ehime Prefecture. It is a beautiful town steeped in history and culture, which thrived as Date's Jumangoku castle town. An Ushioni, or bull ogre, rouses people at the Ware Taisai Festival and Uwajima Ushioni Matsuri, held in Uwajima City every July. The Rias coastline with its maze of inlets and peninsulas, combined with the multiple layers of terraced fields hugging the steep slopes, make for unique scenery. Uwajima Taimeshi is a traditional local cuisine. It has become so well known now that people come from all over the country to eat it. Jakoten, packed full of the deliciousness of small fish caught from the Uwa Sea, is known for its rich flavor and healthiness. The beautiful blue Uwa Sea is suitable for pearl and fish farming, for which the region boasts some of the greatest production outputs in the country, along with the citrus fruits cultivated on the terraced slopes. The climate, soil, and topography make the region suitable for cultivating delicious mandarin oranges. Many people who live in Uwajima City, blessed with a warm climate and a wealth of nature, are gentle and kind. And the city, too, is enveloped in a carefree, homely atmosphere. Togyu in the Nanyo region has two origins. One was in the latter half of the 17th century, when locals rescued a ship from the Netherlands, adrift on the Uwa Sea, and the two bulls they were given as a show of appreciation began fighting. It is said that the other was in the Kamakura period, when bulls kept as livestock in the fields naturally began fighting, which the farmers enjoyed watching as entertainment. There are also records of conventional Togyu being carried out in rings in ancient documents from the feudal government period, with stage fights rousing people into great excitement in the final days of the Tokugawa shogunate. Enthusiasm for Togyu among the common people reached its peak around the Taisho to early Showa periods, and it was a popular form of entertainment known as skiai. In the early days of the Showa period, there were simple facilities known as skiai daba, with bamboo fences set up in every valley in Uwajima, in addition to the Ware Dohyo. The New Year and Ware Taisai tournaments were particularly popular, attracting huge crowds of spectators with box lunches and bottles of sake, who would cheer loudly throughout the tournaments lasting as long as 2 hours. Togyu was banned in 1948 by the General Headquarters of the Allied Powers, GHQ, to protect animal rights, but people involved in the sport in Ehime, Oki, and Echigo ran repeated petitions, and the ban was lifted 2 years later. However, as the name Togyu spread throughout the country, so did the mechanization and urbanization of agriculture, and at one stage the sport almost died out. Then it made a comeback in 1959. An all-weather dome-shaped stadium was completed in March 1975, and Uejima Togyu regained its former popularity. The Uejima Tourist Togyu Association was established in 1985 to run the Togyu Stadium with the aim of promoting tourism and preserving and passing on the Togyu culture.
Here are the basic techniques of Uejima Togyu. Oshi. This is a basic technique of pushing as hard as possible from the front. Mukozuki. This technique involves facing and fighting the opponent with headbutts. Hira. This technique involves catching the opponent off guard to attack the neck or the upper joint of a front leg from the side. Yokogake. In this technique, the opponent's chest and stomach are attacked from the side. Yorikomi. Here, the opponent is quickly pushed into the fence at the edge of the ring. Ukekaeshi. This technique involves waiting for the opponent to shove, then dodging and counterattacking by twisting the head. Motashikomi. Here, the neck is used to hold down the opponent's head to block attacks. Chatsuri. This involves attacking the opponent head-on by moving the horns up and down in small strokes. Sabikomi. Here, the opponent's head is lifted to repetitively poke the head and throat from below. Momikomi. Here, the opponent's head is poked with the horns with a drilling action.
The raging bulls engage in fierce battles at Togyu stadiums, but normally they are actually very gentle and docile. The owner of the bull is known as an ushinushi, while the person who raises it is called a chokyoshi. But sometimes the owner also raises and trains the bull. In any case, the bulls are loved and pampered by their owners as if they were part of the family. Most of the bulls are bought in other prefectures and brought to Uejima to be raised. The chokyoshi's first job is to acclimate the bull to the new environment. The ushinushi develops a bond with the bull through food, exercise, daily care, and health management. The daily exercises are indispensable, not only for maintaining health, but also for training. Walking strengthens the legs and loins, while training to ram a pillar or dirt bank with the horns, and training to maintain the same posture for a long time strengthens muscles in the neck and shoulders. The hooves that dig in as the opponent comes smashing in, and the horns that clash are vital weapons to the bulls. They wear special shoes during training to keep small stones out of the hooves and prevent damage. Oil is used to massage the muscles around the legs and neck after training. and time is taken to brush the animals to improve their blood circulation. The horns and the sheen on their fur provide important information on the state of their health. The bulls cannot speak, so it's important to keep a close eye on them in order to maintain their health. They are fed fresh vegetables and green grass to maintain a balance of nutrients. It costs more to feed them in winter when green grass is not available, but the owners never cut corners in making sure the bulls stay healthy and strong. The bulls normally live peacefully, pampered by their owners. Bring them out! Bring them out! It's the start of the middleweight final. First in the ring is the challenger, Toshin Ichigeki. The champion is next. It's Shunkato Nishogongo. It's time to fight. The fight has begun. The halters have been taken off. Toshin Ichigeki starts out strong. He's pushing hard. The champion, Nishogongo, dodges left and right. The challenger's doing well. Now they're head to head. The champion's pushing hard. The champion dodges left and right. Nishogongo goes for a hiratori. The first hiratori. He gets Toshin Ichigeki. A hiratori is when a bull attacks from the side to ram the upper joint of the front leg. This can be followed by all kinds of other techniques, including a haratori, which bulls hate. Now they're pushing hard, looking for ways to use their horns. Will they push harder? Watch closely. They're pushing hard. Come on! Push, push! Neither is backing down. Go! Push harder! They're pushing hard and using up their stamina. Go for it! The second hiratori. But he stands his ground. The challenger Toshin Ichigeki is not giving up. The champion is looking for another chance to attack. Will he? There he goes! The final move! 7 minutes 24 seconds. The champion Nishogongo defends his title.
Do you know what Togyo is? It's a battle between bulls and people, right? It's a battle between bulls, isn't it? It's wrestling between bulls. No. You'll get a better understanding if you visit a Togyo stadium. So let's go! This is the stadium. It's where bulls fight. The stadium gets packed out with not only local fans, but also Togyo fans from all over the country when a tournament is held. The ring has a diameter of 20 meters, and people of the general public are not allowed to enter it except after a tournament. They're even allowed to touch the balls. Specialty products of Uwajima like Jakoten and Taimeshi, as well as boxed lunches, fried noodles, and so on are sold at the shop. A lot of people eat and drink alcohol while watching the fights. They sell soft drinks and snacks for us children too. Oh, and they even lend out cushions. It's so that spectators don't get tired sitting all day. Togyu is a battle between bulls, but people stay close by, fighting alongside the bulls to give them support. It's a traditional sport, with bulls being ranked from Maegashira to Yokozuna, just as in sumo wrestling. It's a fun and awesome sport that can be enjoyed by children and adults alike. The Togyu Stadium is situated on a hill in Maruyama Park in Uwajima City. It's in a beautiful location, surrounded by nature, and it's accessible by bus from the center of the city. Here's a diagram of the stadium. The seats are arranged in a circle around the ring, giving good views of matches no matter where you sit. If you want to watch fights, you have to check the schedule first. Regular Togyu tournaments are held 5 times a year. Fights are held for around 2 hours, from noon until 2 p.m. Tickets are 3,000 yen for adults, but they're 2,500 yen if you buy them in advance. What's more, children who are junior high school students or younger are free. So take your whole family to see the next tournament.
In the history of Togyu, there are some great matches that remain etched in people's memories. The bulls pushed their strength and will to the limit, defending and counterattacking in a display of masterly skills, as people and beasts came together as one. Great battles are fought at every tournament. When horns on the verge of breaking are pushed to the limit as neither bull backs down. When there is a clean win. When a smaller bull wins over a bigger bull. An epic fight fought with bloodshot eyes and all of the bull's might. There are bulls in Uejima that make Togyu all the more exciting. Bulls that continue winning are called Meigyu. In the past were bulls like Kongo Riki and Okuno Kensetsu, who were excellent fighters. But there are many other great bulls with strength of character that continue challenging the champions, or never give up during fights. And they become certified Meigyu.
そうですね、その牛の得意技とかそういうのがあるんで、それを生かすように応援して休むときは休ませていく。前に攻めるときは攻めらして本人が牛がちょっと体を回して力をかわすようなときはそのように動かして牛が前に攻め出したときに叩いて追い込んでいく。その行くタイミングに合わせてやっぱり勝負なんで相手を逃がすまで追い込んでいく感じです。その予想して言った から連勝同士の対決、負けたことない牛同士、そういう戦いになってやっぱ迫力があって名勝負が生まれるのが多いですね。体重とあと年齢の差、年齢によったらその首の力とか体の力が全然違うので、年齢と体重が違ってもこう小さい方が年齢が上やったりしたら割とこう互角に戦ったりする。それまでのその戦ってきて鍛え上げたその体の蓄積量とかそういうのが全然違うので、若牛はもうどんどん勝負もさすし、頭の傷とかが治ってきたら練習もどんどんさして強くさせる。まだ強いと言っても若いとやっぱりやっぱこう経験というかそういうのがないので、技の出し方とか守り方とかそういう戦いの駆け引きみたいなのが全然違うので、そういうところはあると思います。やっぱり小さい時のからの練習と、あとはトレーニングでタイヤをつかしたりとか山の土をつかしたりとかするのでやっぱ覚えてきます。そうですね、普段はもう全然おとなしいんですけど、やっぱりこういうところに来たりとか牛が近くにいたりすると興奮して戦闘能力が自然に出てくる。普段からこう世話をしてる牛だとやっぱよくわかるので、まあ声も人間の声も分かってくるんだろうと思うし、あと姿見ても、多分一番普段世話をしている人が施工するのが本当は牛が一番安心して戦えるんやと思うんですよ。普段からこうブラッシングしたりとかでこう合図をかけて接しているとやっぱ牛も分かってくるので、やっぱり真珠の景気が悪くなったりとか、あと土木の方の景気が悪くなったりとか、全体の景気が悪くなってくると飼育する人も減ってくるし、それに関わる人も減ってくるんで、やっぱり牛主さんも減っているし、この施工する人も年々減少してるんで、まあ少しでも若い人たちに一緒に牛を飼ったりとか施工の仲間に入らせてもらうようなそういう、活動というか、1本ぐらいある牛同士のぶつかり合い、そういう激しいところというか迫力が一番だと思うので、そういうのを若い人たちに宇和島に住んでいても見に来たことがないという方も結構おられるので、1人でも2人でもそういう人たちに来てもらって、仲間に加わってもらいたいなと思います。
愛媛に行って初めてこういうのを見させていただいてありがとうございました。
初めて見たんですけど、すごい迫力があって楽しかったです。
もともと調子が良かったから走って闘技場入ったのも良かったですね。
初めてだったんですけども、お国自慢ゲームで昔俺は闘牛が見たいのだ、宇和島へ行きましょうっていうカードがどうしても忘れられなくて今日来ました。
すごい迫力がすごかったです。
80% ぐらいの仕上がりですからね、これは。
今回の闘牛で迫力があって良かったです。とても牛がいっぱい鳴いていてちょっと怖かったけどとても楽しかったです。
燃料になるからね、人が来るとね、もう大会やもんでも寝んのよ。
少し迫力があったから面白かったです。よう頑張ってくれたのでいいでした。
いや、角のぶつかり合うところがすごかったです。見に来てよかった。
よかったです。すごかったです。迫力が。
もう生ですごい迫力で興奮しました。また来年の正月も帰省のついでに必ず来ようと思います。
いやもうね、チャレンジャーの勢いがすごくて、ものすごい勇気をもらいました。